Hey Denise, this is Erin. All right, I'm going to run you through a bunch of stuff. Basically, this information is on the Monday report and on the Thursday report, but if you don't really know what we're talking about because you haven't experienced it, it's really hard to connect with that information. So as a new IM to Liberty, I don't always know what people know and what they don't know, so please forgive me, and let's just get this straight. I have seen a number of things that we've got to get straight on your end, but we're going to chalk it all up to just basically a fresh start in the new year and a lot of learning right now. All right, so I did this on video so you can watch it. You can take notes however you want to, make your own system, and then I can check behind you next semester. All right, so this page is where the Monday report and the Thursday report send you, correct? You see the task center, you know where this stuff is, you know what I mean, all this. Yours looks a little bit different than mine, but nonetheless. Okay, so if you go up here on any of these screens, let's go back to the front. This is where your Monday report is. You know where these things are if you're reading those reports. So under faculty resources, you go to the FAR. Okay, I have already pulled up the FAR so that I just filtered out your name. So just pretend I clicked on that and it would bring you to this. All right, so here is the FAR. Your pre-course announcement, obviously you did that. So not posting the things on the deadline would make a yellow or a red here. If it's yellow, that means it's about to go red. When it goes red, then you have this, basically it's part of a report that goes to management in so many words. That's how I would say it from a corporate perspective, and I know you you understand that. Okay, so we used to have last activity. So if you were not on there within 48 hours, then you would get a green, yellow, or red, but they don't track that any longer. Announcements. If you don't post your Monday announcements, we see that. So when the dean of our school, he looks at all of us and basically he's looking for red just to see who is a repeat offender who has an issue. You are not one of those people. So this is just coming up now. So announcements on Monday, obviously. Grading compliance. If you don't get your grading done within the designated amount of time, then the green will pop, or then the yellow and then the red will pop up. I try to email people when I see yellow so that you know to hustle in there and get your grading done. Now, FN. So here, you're in 487. Oh, shoot, I'm in the wrong class up there. Okay, 487, but we're also going to check your other one. DO1, all right? You have a red there. Somebody has gone over the limit, all right? Verified rosters, that's in the beginning. That's when you check the attendance. And then final grade completion. Now, if I think you've had an incomplete before in one of your classes, this will stay yellow until you get that incomplete corrected. All right, so that is the FAR in general. In this case, if we click on this, you see, course has one student surpassing 21 days of inactivity without an FN. Okay, now we're going to click it. Hopefully it's going to come up and not be difficult today. And it's going to tell us all kinds of information. So Michael Mixon is the one. He's 25 days inactive. And that is way over. Okay, so we're going to go work through this. I'm going to let you do everything. But I'm going to show you how to do it. But I want you to go in and do it just to make sure you're straight on what you're doing. Okay, so we're in 372, which is not helpful because that's not where Michael is. But we're going to use this as an example really quickly. Okay, we go into course tools just like we do to check the attendance. Okay, so you go into LU My Students. All right, now here's our first problem. I don't know why these haven't been clicked. So I don't know why they're still in your class and they haven't been clicked. So I got to go ahead and do this for you. Okay, I'm going to mark your attendance. You've got to make sure before that deadline in the beginning that you mark their attendance because they're participating in the class. Something happened here that's weird, but double check within that first week of the semester that either everybody is checked or that they have been dropped from the class. All right, we're going to mark their attendance. Okay, so here, right here, this is a perfect example. We're going to do this right now. All right, this girl right here, Michelle Allison, is 15 days. Okay, so we're going to use inactivity. Okay, I don't like 11 days of inactivity. Okay, so I'm going to give this one an inactivity. And this is going to shoot them an email that says you have been inactive for 11 days or 15 days. Get on it so you're not behind. Okay, sometimes, okay, I'm going to send the alerts right there. Okay, and it's going to mark this. So then you are tracking when you sent those notes. Okay, you can also email them, but use the inactivity so that you are tracking within Blackboard. Okay, so let's do this. Sometimes you're very high scorers, like let's say, who's high in here? Amber. Amber might end up being someone who goes inactive for a while because she's probably working ahead. Some of my students have already finished the semester. They just have to wait for the last discussion board because I have a lot of automated quizzes in one of my classes. So be aware that you might just need to email Amber. She's not in this case. I'm just using her as an example. But you might need to email Amber and say, hey, I know you're way ahead. I know you're done with the class, but make sure you check in or else you're going to go into the FN status. Okay. If, just like you know right here, I mean, if this person, let's see right here, if this person right here, Michelle Allison, goes over the 21-day mark, then you're going to have the FN option in the grade, and that's where you're going to assign the FN. Okay, now I'm going to pause you real quick and come back. All right, we're back, and now we are in 487 D01. All right, fall, correct? Yes. All right, we're back. All right, we're going to do the same thing. LU, my students. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Again, I honestly, I don't know how you did it. Right? So we're going to make sure these people are checked because they are definitely participating in this class. Okay. All right. They don't have the option to drop. Okay. So 25 days. This is your problem. Not your problem. It's our problem. But we're going to go ahead and throw inactivity alerts on these three. See, let's see, you did it there. How did that happen? Do you see that one just pop up? That's interesting. Okay. So, put them on those. Make sure they know that they need to stay in this class. All right. This guy has, so he doesn't even have the option of the inactivity alert because he's already surpassed this. So, right here, see the FN? I'm not going to mark that for him because here's the problem right now is I don't know if you've communicated with him. So I want you to make sure if you have email communication that says, hey, Michael, you're 10 days. Hey, Michael, you're 15 days. Hey, Michael, you're 25 days. Then we can go ahead and assign the FN. If you have not done that, I need you to email him all day long if you have to and say, Michael, you have reached 25 days of inactivity. I need to understand if you're going to finish this course. If you're going to contribute any information, you need to check in. If he wants to go and make up all his work, let's go look at him in the grade book. Okay. Michael Mixon. Okay. Okay, so he has some grades in here. Oops, sorry. He has some zeros. Are you marking zeros? You have to let me know that. Are you actually marking the zeros? I don't think you actually have to do that. So he has quite a few assignments. So what you want to ask him via email is you want to see if he is, that you have to assign the FN, make it by tomorrow night by 9 o'clock, you know, whatever it is, by 9 o'clock and say, because we're already past that 21-day mark. So you either need to assign the FN. If he's not going to participate anymore, then you have to assign the FN. If he says, oh my gosh, my grandmother died and I had to move and I've had pneumonia, then you could say, if you can complete all of your work before the end of the semester, then I will revoke, then I won't put in the FN. So basically you need to get an understanding from him that he's going to get back on track, but he needs to go in and complete an assignment. That's what will show activity. So if he goes in and completes an assignment, participates on a discussion board, anything like that, you will see on the course tools. Do you like my noises? This is how I talk to people. All right. Then you're going to see this lift and it'll go back to 1 day. Okay. So if he can get in there within 24 hours and get himself straight, then and make a plan to finish off the semester, then that's fine. But his option right now is basically an FN, an F, or completing his assignments and getting back on track. So, but you have to assign, legally, you have to assign the FN if he isn't participate, if he's not willing to go in there and participate. So if he does go in and then doesn't do any work, he'll just get an F at the end of the semester. But right now we need to show some grace to him because I'm not sure how you've communicated with him. So email me back and tell me how you've communicated to him, and then we'll go from there. All right, I hope this helps a little. We can do more work on this when we're not on the fly.